Hey Vito, how are you doing?
Doing great. Really excited to be here and talk with you.
Awesome. Well, listen, thank you so much for taking time and talking to me on Connecting Minds. And it's amazing to be here in Saarbrücken, our home for process excellence, process management. It's fantastic to see what you and team have been working on. You know what ARIS does for our customers, being able to help them think through their productivity, their business processes. How can they be more efficient? How can they compete more effectively? How do they differentiate? How do we bring value to our clients? In today's world, it's more and more essential for companies to think through about their processes, because if they want to be more digital, if they want to be able to leverage new technologies like AI, they have to address their processes, simplify, modernize. The topic, our topic today to discuss a little bit about what are the developments in business process management technology, what's new, that's very relevant. And even so in the difficult economic environment that we are in. So I thought, Vito, maybe perhaps we can talk a little bit about, you are an expert in ARIS and you've been leading our work in AI. So if you think about AI and how organizations can leverage AI, what is new? What is exciting? What do you think about AI in the field of process management, process mining? What's exciting you, Vito?
So, of course, the core of digital transformation is not just about adopting technologies. It's about to integrate them into the very fabric of business processes to enhance efficiency, innovation, but also customer satisfaction. Mm-hmm. And artificial intelligence and large language models have truly proven that they have the potential to become and represent the forefront of digital transformations. In particular, how they can change the way how we create, access, and augment process knowledge, but also on how we optimize processes or gain insight from real process data. So I'm really sure that all of us, we are going to witness the emerge of something we call democratized BPM, where AI is going to eliminate all kind of skill shortages to foster process improvements, and where AI is going to enable everyone in the company to create and access process knowledge and to achieve what only experts could achieve before. So yes, AI is going to have a huge impact on BPM, and these are really exciting times.
Well, great. I mean, I think one of the things that you said is really fascinating, which is democratizing business process management, process mining. And I think, helping organizations get away from just having a few experts or having to identify and recruit very specialist resources, I think that is what will make a step change, And so, yeah, I really like that whole point about AI augmenting democratization. So, Vito, when we are thinking about AI, there's so much that people can read about or can look into. So many options, so many open source options, so many capabilities that are either from Azure, OpenAI, or AWS, or other large companies. What's your view? How should organizations look at this, and how do you see it?
So, integrating artificial intelligence and large language model technology into our process intelligence suite came with some unique challenges. Mm-hmm. So it was a kind of thrilling but also tough journey, especially considering the rapid pace of advancements in artificial intelligence and large language model technology. But it was also about finding a balance between rapid adoption and staying true to strategic goals. So if you look at the landscape of artificial intelligence, then you see that these technologies are changing constantly. So every few weeks or months we are seeing a breakthrough that is changing or potentially change how we augment, generate, but also retrieve process knowledge. So I believe that it's really helpful that you start by tackling a single or small set of problems instead of trying to address all kinds of user need or user problems you could solve by the help of artificial intelligence. So start by picking or choosing a single problem which is neither too small nor too big, so that it allows to quickly make progress and iterate, but which still has enough impact so that it's going to delight and impress users and customers and creating real business value. So you see, the main challenges are much more than just about the question of picking the right LLM service or framework from a specific vendor.
Great. Well, I mean, I think the point that you mentioned about, start small, be very selective about the use cases, build some quick wins and some success and momentum in the organization. I think that's absolutely crucial, because often sometimes organizations tend to have a long list of problems that they want to address. So I think that's really good advice. And I guess the final thing that was on my mind, Vito, is about how does one scale, right? So how do you scale the use of AI into the organization? What are the challenges that organizations will face, and how do they make that effective and productive for leveraging these kind of technologies within their company?
So yes, scaling AI is still a challenge, a real challenge. So there are many reasons why large language models are called large, but one is definitely their amazing amount and size of parameters. So we're talking about large language models having billions, if not trillions of parameters. So these parameters represents the knowledge the model has learned to make predictions or to generate a text output. So whenever a model is processing an input, it needs to run a lot of mathematical calculation across all of these parameters to generate an output. And this requires a massive amount of computational power, which is usually provided by specialized hardware like GPUs or TPUs. And this hardware is really costly in both terms, acquisition, but also ongoing operation, which leads or ends up in high cost to utilize and use LLMs. So combined or intersect with this really high demand for AI or AI capabilities, which always exceeds the availability of hardware to run this model, this generates or creates a bottleneck and a lot of limits, which immediately impact your ability to grow and scale with AI solutions and business models. So a few weeks ago, I came across a post on that subject where the author perfectly summarized or distilled the essence of that problem or dilemma by linking it to the phrase squeezing water from stone. And at times it really feels a lot like that. But fortunately, there is a way out of that situation, which considers or involves considering that part or that aspect from the very beginning when planning and designing AI capabilities and LLM application architectures, and requires to embrace load and resource management as an essential part or an indispensable part of LLM applications, so that in the end, it does not really feel or hurt like squeezing water from stone.
Well, great. Well, thank you for sharing that, Vito. Listen, it's been really exciting talking about the development of AI in process management, process mining, and what you're doing here at ARIS. Thank you for the innovation that you're leading. I'm looking forward to all the great capabilities you are launching and what that is going to deliver as value for our clients. But thank you so much, and look forward to seeing you again in Saarbrücken.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Great.